the levels of carbon pollution in our atmosphere have increased dramatically. Our planet is changing in ways that will have profound impacts on all of humankind.
We need to address what we're doing to the ocean, and it's not just CO2 emissions. Somebody has to step up and start doing something.
Family history is I'm a fourth generation oyster farmer. My great-grandfather started in the late 1800s. The shellfish industry is in pretty tough shape. Our business has definitely been altered by this changing water chemistry.
The increase in fossil fuel combustion and loss of forests and cement production all contribute to the increasing amounts of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The big problem for the larvae is that the closer that number gets towards corrosive, the harder it is for the organisms to make shell.
It really is not that long ago, but the changes were so dramatic. We just about went out of business back in '08. Killed larvae dissolves the exoskeleton of the larvae as well.
I buy pretty much 100% of our larvae from Whiskey Creek hatchery. We experienced the production drop.
Salían mal los babies, ¿no? De larvae que nos mandaban, a veces ya vienen muertos los babies y ahora nos está afectando un poco.
We do not grow shellfish larvae the way we used to. We have to continually monitor and buffer the water on a 24-hour basis. We're creating an ideal situation for these animals to grow. As long as we're able to grow oysters, yeah, there's a future. If we can't do that, well, then we're in big trouble. So I guess there's a fair amount of pressure to continue doing that.
For the oyster industry, at least, it seems like for the time being that the buffering approach in the hatcheries has worked. It's helping the oyster industry remain afloat, and so it's a mitigation strategy at the moment to help them continue to produce oyster seed.
Ya van bien bonitos, creo que este año nos va a ir mejor. ¿Ves cómo vieron los babies? Están bien por concha, 10, 15 babies, es bueno eso. Sé que a los 2 años vamos a sacar mucho. Va a haber más trabajo.
The worry is that what is going on in the natural environment. There has to be an impact out there. There's no way around it.
So we need to deal with the bigger carbon issue.
Shellfish farmers, as a general rule, are very stubborn. When it's been a generational business, you don't give up that easily.
The industry itself has been really vocal about dealing with the issue in a way to force a conversation about CO2 in the capital. And so the industry itself, people like Mark and others in the industry, go to DC once or twice a year to talk to their representatives, and that this is not a problem that's going to show up 100 years from now, that they're dealing with it now.
Once you start convincing enough people, particularly at the policy level, that maybe we need to change things just a little bit, because we got to reduce our carbon load in the atmosphere to make our air a bit cleaner so that it's not all ending up in the ocean, you know. And these things don't happen overnight. These are gradual changes that we're talking about.
Americans across the country are already paying the price of inaction. So the question is not whether we need to act. The question now is whether we will have the courage to act before it's too late. And how we answer will have a profound impact on the world that we leave behind, not just to you, but to your children and to your grandchildren.